I mean, like the dad is off somewhere controlling it remotely. This is my life now. That's a good question. I think he is the Rubik's Cube itself. There was a guy I talked to who read through 4000 who said this was his favorite one. Okay. Damn, the paternal Rubik's Cube. I mean, I gotta say though, there's a bunch of good ones. Till like, I only read 2054. And I gotta say, there's a bunch of good ones. But yeah, if that's his favorite one, it's a wholesome one. It's a wholesome one. Also, the Foundation fucked up again. Like they should have just given the Rubik's Cube to Jacob. The double is up. God, we have what is up today? Today is the reading of a bunch of logs of like extra stuff. I don't know. This one is one of my favorites too. I find it incredibly effective. No, it is a good one. I do agree. It's a very good one. But are you going to ignore the gentleman's slug? Are you just going to look at him and not have him in your heart? Safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-2054 is quarantined at the maximum security wing of the Humanoid Detention Center at Site 23. All nutritional and medical needs are to be provided by automated means, as are those necessary for interrogation. Under no circumstances are any personnel to have any physical contact with SCP-2054. Once a week, exercise is permitted under armed guard in the maximum security rehabilitation center. Standard amenities. Yeah. Package EF-115 are to be extended to SCP-2054 as long as it remains cooperative. Description: SCP-2054 is a metamorphic entity capable of assuming the appearance of other human beings. No means have been discovered of distinguishing between SCP-2054 and its human target. This is the shortest description I have ever received. Reading this SCP, it's 2 sentences. I have never in my 3.5 years of reading SCPs have I received a description this short. Wow. Increíble. Incroyable. Unglaublich. As you read more of the SCPs, you realize the shorter the description, the longer the lore. I mean, I've seen that there's a huge bunch of lore right down here waiting for me. So, yeah. This is not even like a normal understandable concept either. It's short for no reason. It's literally just like, it can copy your looks. That's all it is. So far, recovery log. SCP-2054 existence was first hypothesized using inferential statistical models developed to assess the possibility that the Foundation had been infiltrated by inimical agents. Developed by Dr. Martin F. with the cooperation of the statistical section in 2002, a non-zero probability was assigned to the contingency. A research team was empowered to develop means of identifying said agents. Shortly after the investigation began, Dr. F. alerted security that he was being accosted in his quarters. When security arrived, 2 identical copies of Dr. F. were discovered in the midst of a struggle. Both were tranquilized and quarantined pending further investigation. Which one do I shoot? Which one do I shoot? Shoot him! No, shoot him! Which one's the real Spider-Man? During the subsequent security sweep, the whereabouts of researcher Nancy Y., a colleague of Dr. F., could not be established. The operating assumption made was the researcher had been compromised by SCP-2054 sometime in the past, and that SCP-2054 had then sought to copy and dispose of Dr. F., thereby eliminating any chance of it being discovered. Is this just a thing? Is this just John Carpenter thing? Except that, like, you cannot, like, you know, put some fire on the blood and just, like, it will just react weird. It's just transforms into somebody else and tries to kill you off, and then transform into that person and just be like, hey, fellow researchers, how y'all doing? I just came back from, shitting. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I came from. And it was like, but the bathroom is on the other side of the research center. You came from this side. That's not what the bathroom is. And then you're like, you know too much. The Foundation will do 8 paragraphs on a body that farts helium over 8 paragraphs. For 8 paragraphs and all. Wait, okay. The Foundation will do 8 paragraphs on a body that farts helium and all the exact mechanism which it does, but the more non-physical mutator gets 2 sentences and no elaboration. I mean, it is being a. It's being elaborated right now, isn't it? It's just being elaborated in the recovery log instead of the description log. By the way, if you ever guys see me do just this, like, I mean, obviously, I'm about to sneeze. I always will do this as well to, like, mute the mic so I don't blast you guys' ears off. Researcher Nancy White, employed by the Foundation since 1977, has been responsible for the analysis and containment procedures of several Keta-class acquisitions. These acquisitions were immediately assigned Priority 1 reassessment. To date, no related containment breaches have occurred. During questioning, no means of distinguishing between SCP-2054 and Dr. F were discovered. Both possess the same faculties, apparent memories, including classified information such as duress codes, encryption protocols, etc., physical, psychological, and medical assays. Assays? I've never seen that word in my life. I assume it's pronounced as like essays, but assays instead.
Assays.
Or what the British?
Essays.
That's too close to essay, so I'm gonna say assays. Also, what does it mean? To analyze something such as an ore for one or more specific components, and assay the goal to determine its purity. So it's like in the same word as assess, I guess. Why not just say assess? A medical assays proved equally unproductive. Coercive interrogation measures were sanctioned, including procedures 221 Crenshaw and 622 Atlantic, both to no avail. Out of humanitarian consideration, interrogation are scaled back to once a week. Someone just made that up. I'm glad that today we all learn new words. Okay, guys, looks like we have a shit ton to go through, so here we go. Unclassified transcription logs, May 2002. Conversation between SCP-2054/Adelaide and a colleague, Dr. Amal Sengupta. This is intolerable. I can't imagine what you're feeling. I'm meeting with the ethics committee. I'm going to raise holy hell. I appreciate that, Amal. I really do. It's going to take time. I suppose the irony hasn't been lost on you that attempting to identify the imposter, I've become the prime suspect. I'm glad to see your humor hasn't abandoned you. This is Kafkaesque. Oh god, that's... Dostoevsky, not Kafka. How's the team doing? Well, you know, Richardson, he maintains that he warned us about this possibility, though he's treating this as an empirical validation of the research. Asshole. No one imagined an imposter on our very team. Samantha's nearly catatonic with guilt. Please let her know I don't blame her. Tell her risk management did its due diligence. She went over it 3 times. She pushed it to have an impartial supervisory board. I know, Martin, and I'll tell her. Martin, they only given each of us 5 minutes. Dr. Chinaski wants to talk to you next. Please take care. And be careful. Watch your back. I will. And Amal, thanks for looking in on me. Do they... Are you going to talk to the other... No. I can't bring myself to. Well, consider doing it. It can maybe help me get out of here. How can you be sure I'm the real... I don't know how you can remain so calm. Crying about it won't help. Well, take care, Martin. You too. That's... Yeah, that must be fucked. Like, you have 2 of the same... like, it's basically just like you have your friend... And somebody who looks exactly like your friend, and you gotta figure out which one's the real one. That's quite a lot of pressure for one guy to go through, you know. Ooh, let's see if they can figure it out though. It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. October 2004. So 2 years have passed. Conversation between SCP-2054 Baltimore and advocate designated Ellis McPhee. Flip a coin. No. What if you kill the right one and the fake one kills you afterwards? Like, where's my coin? Used to be here. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah. That would be cool to like find a way to like attach this to here. Just because like it's just a cool looking coin, so McPhee. Okay. The ethics committee has denied my request. Formally, I'm sorry. In 2 weeks' time, you're to be officially reclassified as SCP-2054 Baltimore. Your counterpart 2054 Adelaide. Do you realize what this means? That I didn't get top billing? Yes. Yes, I realize what that means. What are they starting with? It's a standard coercive battery for non-responsive detainees. Well, I guess that's thoughtful of them. What about the other one? I'll be forbidden to discuss the disposition of the other one. I can't even meet with its advocate to see if... No, I understand. Do you need anything? No, I'm good. Actually, can you see about getting me some non-classified research to work on? I have too much time on my hands. I don't see why not. At least during the next 2 weeks, I'll submit a formal request. I was sure we'd find something with fMRI. I know it's easier said than done, but try not to give up hope. We still have 2 weeks. Okay. July 2000. These 2 people have been held captive for 4 years. SB-2054/Baltimore and Investigator Allison Lawrence. This is Investigator Lawrence. The time is now 707 hours. Thursday, July 9th, 2006. Subject SCP-2054/Baltimore. A little early, isn't it? Isn't? I don't remember meeting you. We haven't. Just reassigned. Allison Lawrence. Martin F. I requested this assignment. That doesn't bode well. Well, this is my preamble. Why must this be done to me? I'll oblige you. If you are Dr. F, then you understand. SCP-2054 may have been masquerading inside the Foundation for decades. We can't know when Nancy was compromised. The damage is immeasurable. There's so many, like, Among Us, The Thing, the Super Scrolls from Marvel. There's so many different things coming to my mind right now. I understand that. I do very well. I commissioned the probability models for Christ's sake. Please don't aggravate yourself needlessly. Can you offer any... What can I... Suggest something I can say to prove to you? Personally, I think you are the imposter. Not that it matters, really. That's horseshit. So what's it today? I'd like to start with a review of the initial quarantine interview of 2002. It was remarked upon later that... Hold on. Just a moment. Just a moment. I've just been informed the results are back. I see. I see. Yes. Yes, thanks. Believe me, I'll tell him. You're the imposter. The real Dr. F is being released. You're reclassified as an enemy combatant. As such, you no longer enjoy certain rights. As such, I have discretion to use 774 Brazzaville. I know you're lying. There are no results. I'm sure your counterpart is saying the same to the imposter. You're the liar. It's unfortunate you think so. Damn it. Get on with it. What are you waiting for? I know you're trying to play me. Let's get this over with. It's a consolation of sorts that the other is getting the same. Oh, break. I'm ready now. I'm ready. Get on with it. Perhaps you should examine the possibility that you only think you're a doctor. I've considered that. But that's not my worry. I say it's yours. It's clear what's going to happen next. Have you considered that I am who I say I am? Your chances are 50-50, aren't they? Get on with it, will you? I say get on with it. Hold out your arm, Bob. You can go ahead. Start the drip. Subject infused with propofol 40 mg, no local time adjusted, plus 14 hours. Subject SCP-2054/Baltimore administered a short-acting anesthetic. How long will he be under? About 5 minutes. He'll be terribly disoriented when he wakes up. Good evening, Baltimore. Are you with us? Bob, can you help him? Drip a stimulant. I don't know how long. What happened? Notice how 774 Brazzaville sounds like a parody of 101 Montauk. Oh, is it? I did not notice that at all. maybe because I don't remember 101 Montauk. Oh, I'm not sure if I came across it yet. You won't remember. There's an amnestic component. You held out as long as you could. Suffice to say, it was memorable, and we got what we need. This is Investigator Lawrence. Interview concluded. 21:20 hours. You are to be pitied. I don't understand. We won't be meeting again. Enjoy the rest of your life. How can you expect me to... No, wait a minute. Come back. You owe me an explanation. Lawrence, Allison, you have to tell me what... Standard procedure calls for a follow-up course of 72 hours sensory deprivation. Make your peace if you can. Bob, we can call it a night. So they just go try... They probably just try to, like, trick it to be like, yeah, we have all the information we need. You're the fake one. October 2007, September 2004. Okay, so like 7 years. I hate hay fever. It's such an annoying feeling. During the incarceration, SCP-2054 allied Baltimore were at times allowed to communicate via CCTV in manner of so-called Ypsilanti experiment. It was hoped that it might provoke an impossible and helpful result, which was the authentic Dr. F. A psychiatric case study concerning an experiment on a group of 3 paranoid schizophrenic patients, each of whom believed himself to be Christ. The patients were made to confront each other, ultimately resulting in one of them recovering. Get better, man. I need to get some like pills or something like that, or just wait till the fucking allergy season's over. Or get some mint bubblegum. All those potential things I can do. They'll figure it out, you know? Eventually, they're very motivated. You're very funny. Don't you realize I'm the only one who you can't fool? In the end, they keep you alive, but they will dissect you. Whether it's performed with or without anesthetic is under your control. You won't succeed in shocking me, and I'm not going to play this game. I'm not trying to shock you. I'm guessing you provided them with my entire life story, and that it's verbatim the same as mine. I suppose. Well, it's possible. You might not be aware you're an imposter. Maybe a form of that it assimilates periodically, but isn't completely aware of what it's for. Like Lawrence Harvey in The Manchurian Candidate, an oblivious double agent. How fascinating. Realize the same applies to you. Ha! Ha! Go fuck yourself. It's not supposed to be airtight. They think that copying the head of the project just as the investigation got underway demonstrates evil intent, mens rea, as it were. Not necessarily. Maybe it's a way of attempting communication, or to understand an initial response. Afterwards, that's convenient. Maybe you're right. Too convenient. Too close to exactly what would be most convenient for us. Try this. The fact that I saw a bright light, whatever, and you didn't. Maybe you were concussed. I will explain why you don't remember the part. You were hit pretty hard. That's something else I've been thinking about. It may not have been an attack. What do you mean? Look at it this way. It doubles us. It's a perfect copy. It thinks it's us. It's 22-30 hours. It's tired. It goes back to our quarters, just as I did earlier, or you did later. Maybe it wasn't coming to attack us. It's just coming home to get some rest. I never thought of that, and it fought just like we would, or did. Right. That's consistent. It fits. What about Nancy? Something happened to her, didn't it? Something not so innocent. Not necessarily. What if there never was an original why? My God. In which case there was no murder, no foul play. It started off as her. That's... Wow, what a thought. Anyway, we can spin this all day long. I had enough for the day. Chess? Chess? Yeah, chess. A game of chess? As opposed to the musical. They don't seem to have provided us with a board. Blindfold then? I guess so. I guess why not? Let me sit down. Okay, e4. e5 then. f4. King's Gambit. Provocative. Do you want to steer us towards the Museo Gambit? I think that make for play it on dark. Pawn takes pawn. Keep your shirt on. Note, SCP 2054 Adelaide / bomb played over 1,000 matches, drawing 2/3 of the time. The remaining wins were evenly split, of course. We're ashamed I was smart, you and I. Okay, I have to real quickly turn off the aircon. It's getting a bit too cold in here now. How are you holding up to the interrogations? Better than you? Better than you. What about you? My advocate says... Never mind. What does he say? He said that it's the only way to exonerate me, or us, or whatever. Otherwise we'll be permanently confined. He's got a hell of a sense of humor. Rosenkranz. Yes, Goldenstern. They never let us out of here. I know. We both... We both know. Did you have to dream again? Not recently. I did, last night. It was something new. I was torturing you, you wept, I was ashamed, but this time what? You whispered to me. You whisper what? You whispered, I forgive you. Well, for the record, I don't. Well, for the record, I have. I forgive you. You can't help what you are. And I can help it. Are you having sentimental spasms? Perhaps. Exercise up tomorrow. I wish we could see the sky. Procedure 221 Crenshaw. Unavailable pending the review of redaction procedures by the committee. Procedure 622 Atlantic. Unable pending a review of redaction procedures by the committee. So they had to do some extreme measures to find out if which one is fake. Is this one of those ones where like there's just no solution? Like there's just nothing they can do? I think at the end like you just gotta let them die of old age. Unclassified experimentation / interrogation methodology. Okay, open. Good, it's not that long. A list of inconclusive tests performed. Medical examinations have included such tests as fMRI, PET and CAT scan, spinal infusion, Venn slag determination, cellular mitotic assay, genomic analysis, and dendrite differential reaction. Physical examination have included such tests as differential spectroscopy, INFR meson decay, probing, de Broglie interference diffraction, molecular recombination, matter/antimatter pair production analysis, and gravitational and inertial mass discrepancy. Best solution is to kill them both. Goddamn, this is horrible. Yeah, honestly, killing them both would probably be the best solution. Then yeah, you lost the doctor, but then also you also won't risk for whoever is the real anomaly to like, you know, copy somebody else again and just continue the cycle forever and ever. Psychological examination have included such tests as Rorschach, MMPI, Bender Gestalt, recall of random words lists, reaction times to random stimuli, reaction times to negative stimuli, and pain threshold. Much of this methodology was borrowed by differential diagnosis used in the case of dissociative identity disorder, formerly multiple personality disorder. While initially a seemingly promising line of inquiry, it proved as inconclusive as the others. Like there's literally nothing you can do to figure out which one is which. Just get rid of both. Again, it sucks because like maybe Martin is a really excellent doctor, a big piece of the foundation, but you can't keep him locked in for like it was 2002, and 2014 was like the last dated thing that we saw. So like 12 years of being locked up. No, graduated interrogation techniques were only approved with the consent of the ethics committee as per the 1997 directive AE-229.11. Prior to resorting to procedures 622 Atlantic and 221 Crenshaw, conventional techniques were employed such as polygraph, proof drugs, rapport building, raid techniques, friend or foe, pride and ego down, deliriums, isolation, threats of harm, etc. All were unsuccessful in distinguishing between Dr. F and a double. Additional testing with SCP and SCP were equally unsuccessful. That must be crazy that there's nothing, absolutely nothing that will give you a hint on which one is the real one. The containment breach was faked and security was withdrawn in order to observe how the pair might react and whether one of them would try to escape. Both made their way to their respective evacuation stations where they surrendered to security without incident. At various times, interrogation measures have been relaxed in order to allow the putative original to formulate his own avenues of research. It can be assumed that he was strongly motivated. SCP-2054 Adelaide/Baltimore have at times been interrogated jointly. At other times, either one of the two was permitted to observe the interrogation of the other, and to suggest lines of questioning. Over time, various confessions were extracted from each of them, but none that were dispositive, and none that provided any incontrovertible proof. Note: the only difference between the official testimonies has been the account they gave of the initial encounter with the double. SCP-2054/Adelaide described it as being a diffuse, translucent, light-emitting body, and 2054/Baltimore maintained that it had already assumed his appearance, perhaps attempting to shock him and by gain the advantage. No meaningful avenues of research, however, have been suggested by this discrepancy. Great, they have one thing that's not in common, and that doesn't help you. Addendum: due to the effects of the situation on staff morale, amnestics were approved and prescribed to Dr. F. colleagues. The cover story was released that Dr. F was killed in action. Okay, so they just go pretend he doesn't exist. In 2014, either SCP-2054 or Dr. F committed suicide in quarantine during an unrelated containment breach. Autopsy results provided nothing definitive. The survivor has since been placed on suicide watch. Interrogation has been suspended indefinitely given the possibility of conclusively determining the identity of the authentic Dr. F. At such time as the survivor expires, Dr. F will become eligible for the Thaumiel Medal of Honor. Damn. They literally just will give him a medal when he dies. Because how long they endured this whole thing. That's fucked. that is pretty fucked. I feel like after I don't know, 5 years maybe. That's when you should be like, yeah, no, this does not work. We need to get rid of both. We've been at this for so many years, and there's not a single hint. We have tried everything. We have done so many different things. Not a single one of them worked. Might as well painlessly kill them both, you know. I know that the Foundation's like, but we need answers. We need to know how this anomaly ticks, how it works. I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, maybe just getting rid of it might be the better option here, because if you fuck up, it will copy somebody else, and then you will just repeat this whole thing over again. Just one more decade, please. we can do it one more decade. We got that. 12 years being imprisoned. Oh, what is another 10?